Yeah, Ben and Sarah, unfortunately, already in 2023, several restaurants around the state have announced that they are closing their doors. That includes Zingarella here in Southington. I grew up in Southington. I know the restaurant well, and I know that it's going to be a huge loss for this community, but it is not the only restaurant. Like I mentioned, many of them closing their doors, finding that there have just been way too many hurdles over the last couple of years to be able to stay open. For more than a decade, Zingarella in Southington has welcomed people through its doors. But next month, the doors will close for good.
We've come here for quite a few years, and it's always, I don't know, it's like home.
It's going to be so sad to see them gone.
The lingering effects the pandemic has had on the restaurant industry as a whole has made it difficult to survive.
The inflation, food costs, price of fuel affects delivery and accessibility to our food. I think staffing is the most important and has been the biggest hurdle for every restaurant. So many restaurant workers left before COVID and never returned to the industry.
It's being felt by restaurants around the state.
We're still in a worker shortage as an industry. We're about 22,000 jobs short of where we were in February 2020.
In addition to rising food and fuel costs, it's now getting more expensive for restaurants to keep the workers they do have.
Those restaurants out there like myself that have qualified people, it's costing more to keep them because so many restaurants are desperate for workers.
A growing list of restaurants announcing their closures, a sign of the struggles local businesses are facing. The Half Door in Hartford will mark its last day on the 23rd, and Jay's Crab Shack in Hartford has already closed its doors.
Our restaurants have been reeling for probably the last 4 to 6 months and having to work harder than they ever have to survive.
And some things have never gone back to how they were before the pandemic.
People aren't dining out as much, and it's beginning to show.
So what can we do? How can we respond to this issue? Well, the Connecticut Restaurant Association says that now is a great time to support local businesses in whatever way you can, whether that's takeout or dining in, and also be patient with the restaurants when you visit them. Live in Southington, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.